Hello everybody and welcome back to BTD6. Today we're going to be doing Elite LYCH. And today I just wanted to cover something that I feel is it's something that definitely needs to be said, especially with the new Paragon system in place. Because the new Paragon system it's lovely. I love it. It's beautiful, amazing, gorgeous. But it brings into question something that I feel should be talked about. Because of this Paragon system, right, I tested it out on normal mode Elite LYCH using, elite farming strats and all that stuff. And let's just say that, oh boy, Paragon system it's so overpowered. The new Paragon system is so overpowered to the point that I honestly feel should be talked about. So what do I mean by the new Paragon system being overpowered? Well, you'll see it later in this video with the later tiers of the boss, but I just want to talk about this because it's such a revolutionary change, and it makes Paragons a lot easier. It really does. But it also brings into the question that because you could just straight up inject cash into a Paragon to give it much higher degrees, when do the elite bosses receive a buff to offset this? Because you'll see it much later. Obviously, I've said that before. But I'm not kidding when I say that the new Paragon system with the cash injection stuff, you need to buff the elite bosses to actually compensate for the fact that people are naturally going to get higher degree to Paragons because of the cash injection stuff. So here we go with tier 1 here, and I want to show off the normal strat that we used to do before we found out that elite snipers is better. Why would I get 2 of these, right? Well, I think it would be kind of obvious for the ability. The ability is solely used to deal with the soul bloom. That's it. This is the strat that we used to use for Elite LYCH. Reason why? It was simple, it was effective, it dealt with all of his things relatively fast, but at the price of cost efficiency. This is not cost efficient at all. We used to sell so much of the income up there just to deal with tier 1. I did release a video on the map editor, so do not attack me for not releasing a video on the map editor. But I did release a video on the map editor. I'll probably link it here in like an iCard or something if you do want to check it out. If you don't, that's fine. It's your life. So tier 1's gone down. It's a bit of this strat that I showed off, the inferior one, at least. It's a bit of a slow burn strategy. Like, you place it down and he'll go down slowly, similar to the Bloonarius strat that we still use to this day because, well, there really is no good tower that can deal with both the tier 1 of Elite Bloonarius and all of his insides all at once. That's very cost effective, so, But I will meet you back in tier 2. So we're at tier 2 here, and I'm very sad because the only jungle drums that is available for Military Monkey is all the way back here. And then that makes me very sad because then I can't put mine right here, the mad right here, for that juicy up close jungle drums action. It has to be back here, which makes me very sad. But anyway, this is tier 2. The tier 2 strat has, and this is the funny part, has never changed. It has never changed ever since we developed the mad strat. The only times it changes is when the mad is actually, the only times it changes is when the mad is restricted. And I don't know if that's sad or not. Like, we've gotten, the mad is a little bit pricey, but for his price, he's very effective against one thing, multi-class balloons. And there's a reason why I'm using an overclock against LYCH, believe it or not. Because LYCH, and I don't know if this is something that a lot of people know about or not, LYCH actually has a bit of an aura that he can actually suck stuff up, the buffs of, and the abilities and stuff. And this aura it grows with each tier, and at tier 5, obviously, it's map wide. But a little fun fact about LYCH. So here we go with tier 3, and you're about to see just how overpowered the new Paragon system really is. So I'm going to get the Paragon here. I'm going to go all the way up to as much money as I can put in right now. I'm going to do it. Get level 35, which isn't that bad when you consider it. But when you consider the fact that, you know, this is a Paragon, right? And possibly one of the best maps for him. And he's level 35, right? When if we did it before, it would only be 31, I think. Then you can kind of see it start the way up. And this does not go just for the Dart Monkey Paragon, because we're gonna go for the Boomerang Paragon and the Ace Paragon today, and you're gonna see just how overpowered the new system really is. Alright, so tier 4 of Elite Lich is about to come out here, and I want to preface this, right, that the Boomerang Paragon is cheaper, obviously, but before the update, the Boomerang Paragon costed $350, right, 350k, and in order to get a level 30 Paragon, we would need to spend an additional 250k worth of boomerangs in order to actually get that level 30 Paragon. Now, adding that together, if I'm doing the quick math here, right, that is 600k, right? And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. Now, what if we dump all of the money that we can into this, right? This is the max it can go. What if we dump all the money? 57. Now, mind you, we dumped a massive chunk of change into that, about $1 million. But that should give you an idea of how easy elite bosses are going to be now. And that's the reason why it's a call to action for me for Ninja Kiwi to make bosses more difficult or balance out the system more, where cash injections still are very worth it, but it is slightly more worth it to actually get the normal sacrifices. So here we go with tier 4. You're about to see just how fast tier 4 goes down. This is without damage amplification. I'm not doing anything. I even have my farm getting overclocked right now, right? I'm just gonna let it get overclocked. I don't care. Because we're already 3 skulls in, and he's halfway dead now, and we're not even a quarter of the way into the track. This should give you an idea of how overpowered the new Paragon system is. So here we are at tier 5. And obviously I'm going to sell all of my defense, I'm going to get all my stuff going, but I want to show you how much money I will put into each Paragon, aka just the Ace Paragon, because the Ace Paragon with this new system is busted. Now, I'm going to put the rest of my money into this. Very, very expensive, yes, but look at that, 55. And we didn't even need to do anything. We didn't even need to build any sacrifices. Obviously, he had a lot of pops because he was down for a bit of time. But, like, that should give you an example of how overpowered this new system is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do tier 5 without any damage amplification. Just to show you this damage. Just to show you how overpowered this new system is. Look at this damage. This damage it's too good. And while I do applaud Ninja Kiwi for making a system that is much easier to understand, they need to buff the bosses for this new system to actually work good. Either that, or they need to, and I'm sorry to say this, but they're gonna have to nerf it. We're halfway through the boss. No damage amplification. This damage that you would be getting on, you know, Elite Lich or any other boss would be with damage amplification before this update. And if this seriously does not convince you that this system is, wait a minute, I just uncovered a bug. The Soul Balloon is affected by stuff that knocks it back right now. Oh no. No wonder I haven't been seeing the Soul Balloon, because the Soul Balloon's bugged. Again! There, down goes tier 5. I guess that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, you know, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of that YouTuber stuff. I'll probably see you later. Probably. Who knows? At this point, it's life. How do the balloons find themselves everywhere? We've seen them everywhere. On sacrilegious temples, in scrapyards, in mansions. How do they get there?